We're over here in Orlando at Bedrock Industries, and we're with Jason. And Jason's gonna walk us through this RD6 Caterpillar and what has been done with it. So take it away. What do we got here?
My name's Jason Adams. What we have here is approximately a mid-1930s Caterpillar RD6 configured as an ag tractor. Originally, this thing was bought, it was going to be a piece of yard art till we got to looking at it and figured out, you know, this thing's honestly not in that bad a shape. With it being an ag tractor, the undercarriage had a fairly easy life. So we started digging into it, figured out that both the starting engine and the main engine were stuck from sitting. Fortunately, it hadn't had a bunch of water in it. So we pulled both engines down and inspected them, figured out what was going on, soaked them with a mixture of acetone and automatic transmission fluid, let it sit for a couple of days, and then we started working it, both of them back and forth, got them freed up, got the cylinders cleaned, got some new gaskets, put it back together. I was able to get the starting engine to run after we replaced, put the correct magneto on it. We've put a little bit different style of carburetor because the factory Caterpillar carburetors, there's not a lot of parts available for them, and the throttle shafts are usually wore out in them. So what we ended up using was a commonly available replacement for, like, say, a 216, 235 Chevy. And amazingly, with just a little bit of work, we were able to get it to behave exactly how you would want it to. Okay. The main engine, all we've really done with it was we honed the cylinders and replaced the head gasket. I checked the valves, we cleaned the injectors, freed the injection pump, and it starts and runs. We still got a little ways to go. There's a few things that needs attention, but we're very happy with what we've got so far. The steering clutches and brakes didn't take much to get them freed up and to make the machine operational.
So you said there's two engines here.
Yes.
Explain how that works.
Okay, this is a 2-cylinder gasoline engine, and it's hand cranked to start, has a magneto you can advance and retard the timing on. So what you want to do is you turn the gas on, choke it, or, fortunately, one of the advantages of this carburetor is it has an accelerator pump, so you can give it a little bit of fuel, get it primed with fuel, get this running, let this run for a few seconds to warm up, and the governor control will take care of the fuel for you. So then what you do is you pull this lever to engage the pinion in the flywheel. Basically, the easiest way to understand this is a starter. It just happens to be gasoline instead of being a battery.
That's a big old starter.
Right. So once you've got the pinion engaged, you pull this lever with the compression release in the start position. It will start to turn the engine over.
Okay.
One of the neat parts of how this is designed is anybody that's messed with a diesel engine when it's cold outside knows that a lot of times they need some help, some encouragement because of the temperature. So the exhaust comes through here. There's a tube inside this intake manifold. The exhaust comes through here, comes out this stack, and that helps warm the intake manifold. So when you go to start it, it's got nice warm air going in the cylinders to help it fire. Once this fires and it's running on diesel, you take and shut the gas off, and the pony motor will run out of fuel and shut down, and then you make sure the pinion's disengaged, and then it'll just run on the main diesel like regular.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll give you a demonstration of
Absolutely.
How it starts. Now,
yeah, absolutely.
These things can kind of have a mind. Sometimes they start easy, sometimes they don't. So we'll see what happens. All right, I'm gonna retard your magneto. Anytime you're messing with something like this, use caution. They can bite you if you don't pay attention. Give it a couple of squirts on the accelerator pump. I got the mag and basically in the middle of the advance and retard. And let's see what happens. Oh, almost. Come on, girl. Give it a couple more squirts. Chokes off. Now yesterday I started this in 2 cranks, but nobody was watching. Oh, see? That's why you pay attention to what you're doing. I forgot to turn the gas on.
You ain't got no gas in it.
All right. Come on. We'll advance.
Tell you what, this is where it fell out, huh?
Yeah. Oh. Alright. Already got the pinion engaged. There we go. Gonna engage the clutch. All right, here we go.
Tell you what, that thing runs pretty good, huh?
It runs very well for something that had sat for a long time and was stuck. One thing I see a lot of videos of people messing with older equipment, and I'm not a big safety guy, but one thing I would like to impress upon younger people, if you want to start messing with this stuff, anything that's hand crank, do not wrap your thumb around that crank like this, because if it kicks back, it can potentially break your thumb.
So show us how that
So
should
the
go
safest way to hand crank, it doesn't matter if it's a tractor, Model T, or a Caterpillar pony motor, you get it up on compression, and when you go to pull it, don't wrap your thumb. Put your thumb on top of it, so that way if it goes to kick it back, it just slips out of your hand. It can't break your thumb that way. So like I said, I'm not a big safety guy, but I hate to see somebody get hurt over something that could potentially be fun.
All right, so what's the future plans for this? Long-term plans?
Well, you know, just slowly chipping away at, you know, some things that are a concern. It has a few oil leaks that need to be addressed, water pump, but eventually we will clean it up and paint it correctly in the correct shade of yellow, and do the best job that we know how.
All right, awesome, sounds good. All right, well, thanks for giving us a quick tour and run of this beautiful old machine.
You're quite welcome, and enjoy it.